course.
Did you watch that interview with Ken Okologo?
Not really. I try to avoid negative news.
We'll get to that because he raised some substantial issues. He was speaking on behalf of Senator Godswill Akpabio, and I was looking back into my questions now and some of the issues that he has raised. But, well, how's the journey been? Tumultuous, isn't it? I saw you. The idea of the helicopter, where did that idea come from anyways?
Oh, Sean, first let me start from the very beginning. Let me start by appreciating God for his grace, my husband for his love and support, my children for their sacrifice, my team for their resilience, the team, especially Auntie Obi, Atikulisi, the SAN Femi Falana, Kadraya Ahmed, and many others. And also the good people of Nigeria, especially my constituents. I just thank God for the love I've received so far, support, the prayers. I think it's kept me strong. And now back to the helicopter. That was my husband's idea. It was a last-minute thing. We wanted to celebrate Easter Salah with my constituents, which I always do. Even before I became a senator, you know, I usually send down some materials and some grains for them to share. And the last few days of Salah, I do spend with them. But in the wake of events, I couldn't go earlier. But I said, you know what, this very last day of the holiday, I should be with them. And then we sent out notifications. And just as the notifications went out, we read the press release from the state government, Governor Dudu, on behalf through the Commissioner of Information, Kingsley Fowler, mentioning that there was a ban on gatherings, rallies, whether social, religious, or political, convoys getting into the state, ban on fishing activities and all sort of water activities. And we just sat there looking at it. Like, I knew I was a target. Come on. Relatively, Kogi State has been quite peaceful, so there is no security concerns. And then we're actually wondering where that came from, but I knew I was a target.
Did you hear about the fishing issues and what was happening in Kogi West? Were you aware?
What was the fishing issues?
The issue, the arrest that happened, and according to the state government, that some people were attacked and there were issues relating to insecurity in that part.
If it happened in the last 1 month, then pardon me, like I said, I tried to stay away from a lot of negative news. I cared a lot about my mental health, and I needed to channel a lot of energy to focus on the issues that concerned myself and my constituents at that time. I'm sorry if it sounds a bit selfish, but I was just away from a whole lot. So back to this, if that happened, I'm so sorry. I think now that I've gotten a bit more breather, I will look at and see how I can intervene and lend my voice to curbing the vices. But now back on that, I had seen the prohibition of fishing activities and water activities, and the ban of convoys into, and also a list of checkpoints that were suddenly propped up, you know, barring entrance into my senatorial district, that is Ibilo to Kogi, Auchi to Okene, Abuja, Lokoja, Okene Road, Akure, Ikare, axis into like all the roads were barricaded. And I knew that, okay, there was going to be trouble. So my husband was like, you know what, we can actually get a helicopter to land us right into our compound, because we do own the land opposite our village home, and that's how we got in. And I think with that move, we broke no law, and the people gathered right in my compound. The road you see us walking through, I constructed that road, so that's not the government road or facility, so I broke no law. I'm a good citizen of Nigeria, a law-abiding one at that. I'm sure you can attest to me.
So now, the big question here is, part of the ban, or part of the governor's order is there should not be any kind of gathering, public gathering. But the government has said that is a public gathering. Any gathering that's more than 2, 3, 4, 5 people, that doesn't look like a Salah celebration of any sort.
Well, that's a private gathering. It depends on the popularity of the individual. That's how my people gather for me every time I'm home. So that's it. I don't know what his definition of public gathering is, but to me, that's not a public space. That's not a community hall. That's my compound. The whole area you see there, it's owned by me. And that's where people gathered.